friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderellimouse and today we're playing Dragon Age the Veilguard. In the last video we went and found a brand new companion and I'm really excited to continue playing with Taj. We have almost all the companions now, there's one more left to find and hopefully we'll do that in this video. So we do have a few people to talk to back at the lighthouse, so I'm just going to go ahead and get on with that. You can see there's an exclamation mark. I'll head over there, but before I do, let's just quickly check and see who wants to chat. So yeah, Tash is here, she wants to chat with us. I don't know what this is. How do I even get there? I don't know, but yeah, a few people are wanting to chat, so I think I'll do the rounds and then come back to Tash. Harding then, I guess, first. I do also want to do the funeral for Lucanus's grandma in this video as well. So yeah, let's head over there one by one. We'll just kind of do the rounds. So Harding, oh my goodness, I nearly got my boots wet again. Hi, can I borrow some clogs? Maybe I need to like change my shoes when I come in here. I kind of understand why she wears the clogs now because yeah, like, I don't know, like she's gonna stand in there a lot. Do you know what? I don't love the character of Harding. I've heard recently as well that apparently people are like a big fan of Harding from the previous games. A lot of people wanted to like romance her in Inquisition and things like this. So I don't know. I'm curious to play Inquisition and see if I like Harding better in that game because I don't love her in this game. But I do like, you know, I love the style of her. I love, you know, her embroidered clothing. I love this kind of like down to earth, like clearly she's doing some like gardening and stuff in here. Like I like the aesthetic of her. I just don't like the dialogue, but I think that might be a bigger problem with like the overall script writing of Dragon Age, which I know has faced a lot of criticism. But yeah, let's jump in. I don't want to whinge the entire video.
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter... who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Or she would be, if there was still an Inquisition. I suppose she just works for the Inquisitor now?
Can she help? What's this? More? The Inquisition's presence. I guess we asked that.
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thedas from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
So I guess that's lore for people who've played the previous games. I have only very briefly played Inquisition. I do want to go back and play those games actually because obviously people love those games and I know some of them faced a little bit of the like critique in their day, but they are like fan favorites. And so I feel like, look how tired I look today. I got about 3 hours sleep last night, guys. But yeah, like I really want to compare the games because coming to this as somebody who's not played a lot of Dragon Age before but has heard a lot of like good things about the franchise, I'm disappointed. Like it's not what I was expecting, but like I don't know, I watch out for my channel because I do intend on like when I finish this game finally and stop complaining about it and just actually play it, I do want to go back and play like Origins and Inquisition because I think they're the best ones, right? Yeah, there's lots of games that I want to play that are like older games right now. Okay, focus, Cinderella. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things. Yeah, we could use her help.
Why isn't she here? We could use a hand.
Charter entrusted the search for Solus to Varric, to us. The world's large and she's got many things to deal with.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that.
Okay. Isn't this a priority? Okay, she's got a lot of things to deal with. It's a big world, but this is kind of apocalyptic. You'd think this would be a priority for her, but it's like, they couldn't be bothered writing her part. I don't know. There's a lot of things like this in this game with the story writing. I just need to stop criticizing and just let it be what it is.
Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we work together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
Because she's special, right? Like, she's not like the other girls. She's, I don't know. She just has this. Oh, right, okay. Right, stop. Okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore, Harding. Honestly, do you miss the Inquisition?
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
Says you, Harding. I don't really like any of these options. She does feel a little bit sorry for him, I think. He is a jerk. They're not mutually exclusive. Let's go with I feel sorry for him.
As smart as he's supposed to be, there's just some things he doesn't get. At all.
Yeah. Maybe one day he will. Maybe. If you help him. Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
I'd rather not, to be honest, Harding. I don't enjoy Harding's dialogue right now. Having said that, the first time I played Baldur's Gate, my first playthrough, I got really annoyed by Will, and I didn't like his dialogue, especially in Act 3. I found him a little bit, like, conceited, and he talked about himself a lot, and, like... I found his dialogue scenes, like, hard to get through. However, like... more recently, I've grown to really love and appreciate Will, and now I like his dialogue. So I think this could just be my initial reaction to Harding. You know, just because I don't like her now doesn't mean that I won't always like her. Again, maybe as I play more, maybe as I get more into it, I might engage with her more. But right now, I really find Harding difficult to, boring to talk to. Let's go and talk to... I want to call him Asan, but that's the Griffith's name. Davin?
Carving monsters, huh? Didn't figure you for an artist.
This? It's by necessity. If you know your enemy, their weak spots, maybe you live another day.
How does... Oh, wait, hang on. So, what? No, how does that work? So he's sculpting monsters? To learn about their physiology from memory, to remember what he knows. Like, explain that to me, Dragon Age. Make that make sense. I say from tiny monsters.
Well,
explain.
When the army of miniature monsters invade, we'll know how to beat them.
Size is nothing. A Rygar can ruin your day with one bite. The poison swells your brain.
Ah, that could explain Solus.
Standard bestiaries are always some mage drawing things they've never seen, taking the piss out of it. They don't understand how when the hunt ends and you come nose to nose with an ogre, someone's going to die. So I'm making the real Monster Hunter manual.
I feel like my graphics are a little bit glitchy there. I don't know if you can see like some tearing on his chest. I don't know, my eldest has been playing. I don't know if she's messing with my settings a little bit. I'm gonna have to speak to her because she did turn on music and I was like, no, copyright strikes, turning off the music again. So, or it could be that I need to update my graphics card. I don't know. The real Monster Hunter manual, is that a dig on D&D? Excuse me. Just spell my name right.
Just remember it's spelled R-O-O-K.
No, it's actually spelled O-S-L-A because my name is Osler. I don't know why it made me choose a name in the beginning because it doesn't use it. It's custom, main character customization, beyond visuals doesn't really exist in Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't feel like I have created the character. I feel like Dragon Age has created a character called Rook, and all the decisions are made for me, and there's no real decisions because the dialogue options that it gives me doesn't even say what you choose. Right, okay guys, honestly I don't know if I can make it to the end of this game because it's annoying me really badly. I want to love it and I want to give it a fair chance. Obviously, I'm a member of the EA Creator Network. Also, like, full disclosure, I got the code for free via the network. And if you buy Dragon Age and use my creator code Cinderellimouse, not only do I get a little bit of the money that you're spending, but also you get 5% off until the end of January, okay? So if you are buying Dragon Age or Sims games, that's the deal that I have going on with EA. Do I like this game? I think it annoys me more than I like it, and it's because of the dialogue, and it's because the dialogue is like annoying. There's a, was it called like angry reviews or something? I watched a video the other day, and it's something like angry reviews, and they do this skit at the beginning where they just keep repeating Elganon and Gillenane like every other sentence, and I was like, that's exactly what it feels like to me playing this game. And like all the points they were making in that video, I was like, this is how I feel about this game. So if you want to know how I'm feeling about the game, that video is like the perfect explanation without me going over it again and again and again. Like, and I want to like it so badly. It's a Dragon Age game, right? I've been playing Baldur's Gate. I love Baldur's Gate. I love medieval RPGs, and like I want more of this. I love D&D. Like, I've always wanted to play the Dragon Age games, and I just find it so annoying. Like, you can see that a lot of love has gone into this game. Like, I do feel like the combat is really fun. I do feel like it does get repetitive, which is a criticism that they made in that video as well. And like, I'm saying they because it's a group of people, by the way. I'm not misgendering if you're like, who's a he? I don't know. Like, I'm bored. I'm bored by this game. And I feel like I could speedrun it. I could just skip the dialogue scenes that annoy me, but then I'm missing out on the story, and it's the story that I want from the game. The story is the key to my enjoyment. Story and character customization. Like, you can't be evil in this game. Or like, oh, there's no real choice, I feel, either. There are big choices to make. My kid has finished this game and they've kind of told me about a couple of things, but it doesn't really feel like the things that happen in this game are because of player agency. It feels like it's a, you know, like, for example, Minrathous versus Treviso. There's nothing that we can do. When we get to that point, we either choose Minrathous or we choose Treviso. There's no way of kind of like influencing the story so that both of the cities are saved. There's no way of choosing bad options so that both the cities are destroyed. And maybe Baldur's Gate has set my expectations so high that it's unrealistic for other games companies to kind of like put in those choices. But then I look at other games that I personally really enjoy, for example, and guys, if you love this game, if this is currently your favorite game, like, I don't want to take that away from you. I don't want to say that that's not a valid opinion. Absolutely. We're all individuals playing a game. And what we choose to engage with and what we enjoy is totally up to us. My kids sunk hours into this game. They were hooked, right? They were like, I am finishing this. And yeah, but a lot of the things that annoy me annoyed them as well as they were playing. So I'm not saying it's a bad game. I think if this game was like by any other name, if it wasn't a Dragon Age game, I'd be like, this is a decent game. Yeah, pick it up. It's fun. But because it's Dragon Age and it comes with those expectations, I am severely disappointed. I have to be honest. I am going to play a little bit more. I do feel like I'm forcing myself to play, and I don't like that. I don't know if I'm going to move over to Twitch. I have said this a few times. I've got a new mic now. Let's keep going. Let's give it this video. This video is the decider of whether or not I give up on this game. But currently the dialogue is more annoying because it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry to those of you who love it.
The heroine who took down the gods.
That chapter's going to be mine.
Where's the...
Can't carve it till I know what it is. You want a piece of the Howler boy?
Is he ready?
Was I ready the first time I fought a Hurlock?
Well, you're still alive.
I got my ass handed to me. Broke 4 ribs and cracked my jaw. Then I got back up and drove a blade through its skull. In this line of work, Asan and I are only as strong as the quarry we hunt.
She's, again, I'm going for a barbarian theme, so you learn by doing.
Makes sense. He'll learn to fight by fighting.
I don't know another way. Out there in the world, you sink or swim.
Can a half lion, half eagle swim?
Don't know.
You can't.
Asan?
Which half was that?
Search me. Both halves share the same stomach.
Right. I'll see you around.
Bye. Didn't even get to pet the griffin. I feel robbed. Okay, I'm out. Next up, my baby girl, the love of my life. I've had 6 espressos and I'm coming down off my espressos and I need more espresso boy. And you're in here?
Underwater prison. That's still pretty amazing.
Amazing? I suppose it is. Do you think the elves made it? It didn't seem de winter.
I think so. I wonder what it was built for. Originally, I mean.
Whatever it was meant for, it's a pit of misery now.
Right.
Get out. I want to smooch Lucanus. Get out of here. Go. get out. You can't even run into... I can't even attack her. I am spamming the attack button right now. I can't even take a swing at her. I wasn't expecting it to hit, but I thought I could swing my sword around. No. Smooch me. She can watch. I don't care. Get out. God's sake. Okay, so it is quite cute, to be honest, that one thing that I do like about the game, again, my eldest has played it a little bit more than me, is that the characters do form relationships. So a little bit like in Baldur's Gate when you're playing, like when you've got Shadowheart and Karlach in the party, there's some flirting between the two of them. But here, you know, they actually do form these kind of connections. And I do think that's really cute. I don't ship these two at all. I ship me and Lucanus. But I do actually like that Bellara is like trying to help him cook. I think that is quite cute. So it does make sense why she's hanging around in here. I do feel like she kind of looks like she's cornered him. Like a teacher telling off a student in the hall that's been naughty. But fine, okay, I'll leave. Whatever. I tried to rescue you, Lucanus. It feels like he's in there and he feels trapped because that's his room. Bellara has gone to his bedroom and he's stood there and it feels like she's invaded his space and she won't leave, but he's too polite to kick her out. I think that is what's happening with that situation. Okay, Nev, do you want to talk to me? Oh no, she's mad at me, isn't she? Because she's like off in fixing Minrathus. Can I read whatever that is? There is a whisper on this wall. I've got my eye on it. Creepy? Is it one of the wisps? Oh, look at this good boy. Tell me he doesn't want to smooch right now. I just want to pick him up and tickle him and tell him he's a good boy, but I can't. Okay. Who else? Who's in here? I can't even remember who's in here. Anyone? Oh, it's Bellara, isn't it? But she's not currently in here. Can we poke around? Can we fix the Draphalis Natharan thing? Navan Draphalin? Oh, I'm meant to be being nice to her, aren't I? Because she like said that her brother died or something. I don't think he died. Let's go and see Varric. I want to know what this is. What is that? I want to go and see Varric before I talk to Tash. And then I guess something else has opened up down there that wasn't accessible before. No? You're not chatting?
Don't panic.
Things always seem impossible. Just fight one battle at a time.
Okay, so for those of you who know the game very well and have completed the game, I haven't. My eldest has. I know. Okay, I know. Let's move swiftly on. Let's go and talk then to... Let's go and talk to... What happened was, I was like, originally when she started playing, I was like, you can't play any further than me. I don't want to see anything that I've not already done. I don't want spoilers. I want to unlock all the achievements. But as I started, like, so I wasn't letting her do anything that I hadn't done. And then when I started, the more I played, the more I was like, the story is not engaging me and I'm losing interest. And Jay's engaged, so I guess I'll just let Jay play. And then I was like, whatever, I don't care if like the story gets spoiled for me at this point anymore, because I just don't, right? You can't force yourself to care about something. And this is what I talk about on my channel a lot. A lot of the games I play, I'm like, I'm playing this because I want to play it. And for those of you who are loving the game, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel like I've failed you. I feel like I have to play it because I've started it. And I want to love it so badly. But I think me and this game have problems. I know I was starting to like it in the last video, but again, the more I see of it, the more I'm like, the game spoils itself for me. Let's keep going. I want to try and force myself through it.
Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
Spoken like a veteran treasure hunter.
Yep. For gold and glory. The lords make runs no one else can. Isabella's undies would catch fire if she saw all this.
I've since learned from the last video that Isabella is a reoccurring character, and she was in one of the other games, and she had the best tits. And I'm sad that she lost her tits in this game, quite frankly, because no tits allowed in Dragon Age Veilguard. You know, that's like one of my biggest complaints from the beginning. And I don't care. Do you know what? If you're looking at me and you're like, you're so shallow. Like, people are more than just the tits. Yeah, but I like tits, okay? I can't believe they denied me my tits. So what do you do? You know, she trains dragons, babes. You must find lots of traps.
Bet you deal with a lot of nasty traps during those treasure hunts.
Yep.
What's the most complicated one you've dealt with?
Old elven armory. Had letters on tiles. Probably supposed to spell out the name of a god or something.
Probably?
I don't read elven. Found handholds in the ceiling and swung across.
Well, that sounds more like a puzzle than a trap.
Ugh. Puzzles.
Okay, I like puzzles. What would my character say? She's like, I haven't got time for it. I hate random puzzles.
See, I like some puzzles, but not when they're just thrown in.
Right?
What's that, metagaming? Like, breaking the fourth wall? Is this foreshadowing? Are they just gonna throw random shit at me? Probably. Probably. Oh, it's like being self-aware about the things that are frustrating. Okay. Okay.
I ran into one while traveling with Varric. It was one of those who sits in which seat things.
Ugh. For the guy with an
Foreshadowing.
axe has to sit to the left of the guy who likes brandy?
Oh, exactly. Who cares that much about seating arrangements? Why is that controlling the lock on an ancient treasure chest?
It's Vashidon. Just pick a chair.
I do like Tasha's dialogue, which surprised me because again I saw so much criticism about Tasha in preview and like just the general discourse about the game, and so I was actually quite surprised that I think she's quite fun and funny.
She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety. Should the need arise.
Please be careful looting.
I'd appreciate it if you avoided fencing any of the elven artifacts unless Balara tells you it's okay.
They're not ours.
Don't worry about that. The Lords of Fortune aren't thieves.
Most of us shadow dragons are wanted for worse than theft. But if some lords are in it for themselves...
Nah. Anything we hunt is salvage. Old forgotten ruins and crap. And we make sure we're not screwing over a culture that lost it. That's what my mother does with the Kunari stuff.
I mean, good point. I just feel like, again, it's kind of like... Computer games don't have to be good. Computer games don't have to be holier than thou. They don't have to push morals onto people, right? They can let you make bad choices, even if they punish you for them. I don't want to play a computer game and feel like the game's judging me. I'll leave you with the gold.
All right. I guess I'll just leave you here. A treasure hunter with all the priceless artifacts.
Okay, I was gonna go back to Ravane later.
What? Right, again, that is... this fucking game. She's swearing. So, again, that didn't make sense, right? That was not a continuation of the things that I'd already said. So I'd already said to her, take what you want, I don't care. It's not my treasure. And like, I said to her, like, my character said, just don't take anything without checking with Balara first because it might be important. And then now I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll leave the treasure hunter with all the valuable treasure. And it's like, that doesn't make sense in regards to what I just said. It's like I didn't listen, which makes me not listen, right? It's not good for my ADHD when it contradicts itself. Like, that shouldn't have, it should have either not been an option based on what I just said, or it should have, like, properly felt like a continuation. But I feel like the little brief blurb of a hint of what I was going to say didn't accurately portray the tone. That's the thing, it doesn't portray the tone, right? And it's meant to be funny and it's meant to be jokey, but if you said something that to someone, it's rude, right? I'm not trying to be rude. There's a difference between joking and being outright rude to someone's face, and the tone of the options and what your character says doesn't match.
Got a thing to do for my mother. You can come along if you want.
I'm gonna get so many like thumbs down on this video.
Traps?
Nah.
All right. Just let me know when.
I don't say I like something if I don't like it, right? Just because I'm a member of the EA Creator Network doesn't mean that I'm gonna be like, this is perfect and you should definitely buy it. And do you know what? It's a weird situation. It's a weird position to be in when you are affiliated with a company or a brand, because you get these two sides of the internet, and you get people who love the game and get really mad at you if you don't like it because, I don't know, maybe they're jealous that you got a code, or maybe they think that because you got a code you should be grateful and only say good things, but then you're not being honest and you're not being like genuine and authentic, and I think that shows. And then you get the other side of people who are like, if you do like something, you get the other side of people who are like, oh, you're only saying you like it because you're a shill or whatever that word is. And you can't have a nuanced, complicated opinion about a game because you upset both sides. And I feel like I'm doing that right now. I'm upsetting the side that loves the game because I have criticisms about it that I feel are valid because the rest of the internet is saying the exact same thing. But not the whole internet, because I have seen that some people love it. I've seen people romancing Harding and I'm like, weird choice, but okay. Like, that's not my opinion. And again, we always view any kind of art or media through our own lens, right? Nobody else is going to view this game exactly as I view it, because I have my own whole life of like 40 something years, I'm old, that has led up to my experience of this game, right? My whole history, all the knowledge that I have acquired, all the experiences I've acquired, all the games I've played, all the media that I've consumed, has all led to this moment and my personal experience of this game that I sat down expecting to love and wanting to love. And I'm almost crying here, it's because I'm tired. And it's disappointing me and it's frustrating me, and I'm not angry about it, but I am just really frustrated because I feel like they could have made a brilliant game, and parts of it are brilliant, and then there's parts of it that suck. And at the same time, I feel like some of you who have a lot of criticisms about the game, who hate the game, are here expecting me to... It's like all of you, every single one of you that are watching this, you know, with the you have your opinion on the game, right? Whether you've played it or not, you are coming to this game and you're looking at the footage and you're looking at other people's footage and you're saying, this is how I personally feel about the game based on your knowledge and history and everything that's in your brain and your lens. And if I feel like if I don't match that opinion 100%, some of you are going to be mad at me. Some of you are not. Some of you are like, I genuinely care about your opinion and like how you feel. Some of you are like, just play the fucking game. Bish, play the game, stop talking. But then you could just watch any playthrough, right? And you're here watching my channel. So some of you are clearly why am I spiraling right now? Why is this game making me have a midlife crisis? Just play the fucking game, child. Right, so it does say we have another mission. Wait, hang on, where is it? So it's over here. How do I get here then? Wait a second. How do I get there? Is it through here? No, it's not through there. How do I get there? Don't tell me there's a thing if I can't get to the thing. I'm very confused right now. Is it out here? Hello? Secret tunnel? I don't know how to get to that. I'm confused about the whole situation. And I'm too tired to... It's a puzzle that I am not prepared to figure out right now. What am I doing? Who am I? What am I even doing right now? What is my life? Right, she's here. Is she upstairs? Maybe she's upstairs. So confused. I'm so tired and I'm so confused. This way. Okay, alright. Oh my goodness. Hi, can I steal your heartwood? Thank you.
Hey, you heard of the Hall of Valor? It's a fighting arena with the lords.
Interesting.
Just tell me when you're ready.
I fought my way to the Goblin City through hardships and stuff, and you... for that? One line of dialogue? What's this? Hey Tash, we've been trying to get supplies to the crows in Treviso, but the crows who were supposed to pick up the supplies here in Ravane never reported in. If you and your fancy new friends have the time, could you check it out? The drop point was over on the coast. For Golden Glory, Isabella. Okay. Yes, I will do that because it's crow themed. I think that the first thing that we should do is go and find my boy Emmerich, which is the open quest right now. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll come back, and if we have time at the end, we'll do some of the like crow stuff. Because I do want to do the funeral thing. Change party. I want to have... For sure I want Lucanus, because he's my baby girl. And I do like Tash, but I do really like Griffin content. So I think I'm going to do that. I really like the Griffin strike, the Asan strike. So I think we'll go with them. Travel to Tract Quest. Let's go. I was making... Okay, I have to pick another character again. Okay. Okay, I'm taking Lucanus because I feel like Lucanus and Emmerich, you can see just by the silhouette, have a similar vibe. I feel like they're both very elegant, they're very demure, very mindful, so I'm going to do that. There are characters, I like some characters more than the others, which I think is fair, right? Everybody's allowed to have the favourites. I do like the stylization of this. The worlds are brilliant. Like, visually, the game is gorgeous. I mean, the environments, I don't like the art style of the characters. I think they're overly cartoony, but the
This is
setting...
it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is...
I didn't bring you Balara. I didn't approve this.
A senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Maybe I'm extra grouchy because I'm tired. I don't know. I'll just... Sir? Oh, okay, we're safe. He's got the animate death spell, apparently.
What a marvelous surprise. Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Balara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
I don't know why my graphics look icky. I'm having a bad day. I like Emmerich. I like his character. I don't know if he's from previous games or not. He feels more suitable to the style of the game, or at least what I was expecting, where Balara feels like they've plucked a Disney character and shoved her into a medieval fantasy game. Like, Emmerich feels suitable. Are you dead or not? I like Neat's skull helmet.
I liked that bit with the flaming skull.
It's nothing, really. Just an evocation of the flame of the last steps.
That looks great.
Thank you. You know, I'm
Unlike
never
my
quite
graphics
sure
quality
how
right
these
now.
spells strike someone from outside Navarra. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some...
Wait. Okay, so sorry guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to be doing this a lot. I don't care. So again, an example of how I don't know who wrote this game, but you're giving me choices and you're giving me an icon to tell me, to communicate to me the mood of what I'm saying. That was flirting. She was full on flirting. She was like, oh, like your sexy skull helmet. It looked so hot. Tell me that wasn't flirting. Like, if you saw that dialogue scene and you didn't know what it was supposed to be and what I'd selected, you'd be like, oh, that's flirting, right? Tell me I'm crazy. And like, I chose joking. So what if I was like, my character is a lesbian. Like, I have chosen my character design, she's a lesbian, and then she's flirting with a guy, right? And when you're like, I chose the joke. And I think this is honestly why, for those of you who are like, I love this game, I don't understand why everybody has a problem with it, at least try and listen to, like, the explanation of, like, why it's frustrating me. Because it's hugely frustrating me. What? Did no one play this game? Did they get no feedback on it? Like, did they not have anyone critique it? Like, were they in some kind of bubble where everybody was like, this is fine, this is... Like, I don't understand it. It's like, I don't have very good social skills. It's like if I tried to write the dialogue in a game, right? It's like, it feels like the people who wrote this game... And I think this is the case for a lot of writers, right? I don't think writers have to have good social skills to be a good writer, because I think a lot of art and media is written by people who are neurodivergent. But it's weird. Oh, one thing I said, one idea that I had with my eldest when I was talking about this was it could be it's because it's American. Because I think the way that and it's not all of America, right? It's like America's a very big place, you've got regions within it, but I think there's a section of America that is very like straightforward in the speech, and there's not a lot of room for inference or subtleties, or I don't know, it's kind of like if you look at American humour versus British humour. So in the UK there's a TV show, a comedy show that was called The In-Betweeners, and it was hugely successful. Like they made movies out of this TV show because people engaged with it so well, and it was so British, and it's really British humour, and like we really loved it and engaged with it. And they tried to make it for an American audience and it totally fell flat. Like it didn't work at all. And so I'm not saying like Americans can't watch the UK version of In-Betweeners or the UK Shameless, right, and not understand it. I'm not saying that at all. But like you could also look at the flip side and say a comedy show that was super successful in America, which was Seinfeld. And I remember watching that as a kid and I didn't find it funny, I didn't enjoy it, and it's like that's a perfect example of cultural differences. And again, like it's not every single American, it's not every single British person. I'm sure there's British people who loved Seinfeld and hated In-Betweeners, but it is an example of culturally like the way we speak to each other, and the media that we can enjoy can be very different in different parts of the world, and even within one country. Like, you know, like Manchester humour is very different from London humour, for example. So I think that could be what's going on with this. And so if you look at Baldur's Gate is a very European game, and I think a lot of the writers are British or from the region that I'm from, and I find it so engaging. I love the dialogue in that game, I love the way you talk to each other. A lot of the responses feel like it's a response that I would have, and I just engage with that on such a personal level with this game, where I'm from Manchester and we like speak to each other like in the In-Betweeners, right? And if you're too nice to someone, it's really suspicious. So if someone's like really complimenting you, it's like, what do you want from me? Is this a scam, right? It's like, why are you talking, why are you acting like you're my best friend? Like, why are you being nice? Why are you complimenting me? It's like, what is this? It's really weird. And it's like if you want to flirt with someone, you're like, oh, you bitch, right? And so it's like the way we speak to each other is so different. The way that they speak to you is so nice, and it's so like they encourage you and they compliment you and they support you, and it's so weird as a UK person who's like not used to that. It's like a very weird, it freaked me out. I was like, I don't know how to handle you being so nice to me. What is this, right? It really freaked me out because I wasn't used to it at first. And so I think that's part of what's going on with this game, because it is a very American game. I don't know where the writers were from, but that's how it feels to me. It just feels very like I'm not matching the mood, I'm not matching the vibe. I feel like it's almost speaking a different language even though it's written in English. So let me know what you think in the comments. You know, do you feel the same way? Do you feel the opposite way? Where are you from in the world? Are you like, I'm American? I don't see any problem with the dialogue in this game. Are you like, I'm American? This game sucks. Like I say, that film review that I was looking, The Angry, I don't know if they're from like America or Canada. Could even be from Australia. I don't actually remember their accents, but I don't know. I'm gonna continue. Let's just get through the game. I'm just trying to make progress, and I'm not making progress because I keep ranting.
Small business here.
And I love Americans, like, don't get me wrong.
I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming?
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Some of my favourite people are Americans, right? Like, I'm not shitting all over America. Some of your politicians are not doing you any favours, though. I'm going to be honest about that. They're not endearing me to America. Let's keep going. And I think there's something very wholesome and very sweet about.
I've never seen anything like this.
about that. And it's like they say that British people are polite. I'm like, have you met a British person?
Are these warts?
Indeed they are. But what's caused the aphotic needles to fall into a slumber?
Oh, I'm pretty handy with artifacts. I can take a look.
That would be good of you, Belara. Your friends and I will press on.
Yeah.
Right, Professor. Good luck.
Bye, good luck, hope you don't blow up. Now that I have you alone, turns out I do want to flirt with you after all. I think you're pretty sexy. Where are we going?
Movement up ahead.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Yay, my baby girl's back! Hi, Lucanus. You don't mind... You don't mind if I flirt with Emmerich a little bit, do you? He gives daddy energy.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
Are we fighting it, or is it a pet? Like, well, we can't leave, so... You've blocked us in. I guess we're fighting it.
Trouble ahead.
There may be trouble ahead, but I'm gonna punch through the floor, and then they'll die,
It's
and I'll
vital
pick
we
up...
discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
I thought that was gonna be a lot more difficult than it was, actually. I went in thinking that was gonna be a boss battle, and they just had to hit the floor a few times, and then they died. Okay, where are we going, mate? Let's go! I could fix my graphics settings, but I don't care enough. Don't. Yeah, I think my time with this game might be close to being up. And it doesn't mean I've not had fun with it. It just means there's other games that my ADHD that's undiagnosed but definitely there is wanting to play. I just don't want to keep doing...
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Okay, so again, another thing, right? So I do feel like the gameplay is starting to feel repetitive. Like you keep doing the same moves, the same fights. You do get some variety of moves. I do think the skill tree is really interesting. I do like how they've handled it. But the actual gameplay of the fights, I do feel like you just run around and you hit stuff a lot. And I've seen people being like, why can't I play with Lucanus? Why can't I control the other characters? Why can I only play with this one character? Because it gets repetitive and it gets boring really fast, especially with some of the boss battles. Like I saw my kid doing one of the boss battles and it just went on forever. And it's like, you think you're done and it just keeps going, and it just... I do feel like it's repetitive, which again doesn't mean it's a bad game, because I think sometimes you want a game where you can just pick it up and you can just play and kind of switch your brain off and hit things, and that's fine. Like I could play that way. I'm just sad it's not. I don't know, but yeah, like I think, you know, they set these things up and they're like, oh no, the monster's attacking. It's this monster. Oh no, this other monster's attacking. It's this other monster. And well, we're dramatic about it. And I'm like, well, let me just hit it like I hit all the other monsters. And there are some gameplay mechanics. Like some of them have specific armor and you have to like use specific attacks to get their armor down. But I didn't mean to save the game. But again, I don't... What am I doing? Get off that.
Haven't
but
fought
it just...
undead in a while.
You know, I'll just run into it and I'll do this. And then I'll hit things. That's what I always do.
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things. Careful!
Oh, I should probably turn around now, huh? Oh no, I didn't even really need to turn around, they came to me.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Okay. Equip, I guess. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get so much hate for this video. Aren't I? Maybe I should go with, like, you know that old saying, if you've not got anything good to say, don't say it. This is gonna be my last Dragon Age video. There's plenty out there. If you want to watch other people play through the story, I'm sure you can find someone good to watch. I'm not the best creator out there.
Hello.
There's definitely going to be more engaging videos.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
I want to play something where my heart's in it. Even if that is one of the older Dragon Age games, because I'm really, really curious to see.
Doors open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
And really see if it's like a problem with this game specifically, or maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm just expecting too much, or, you know, my expectations were wrong. I do like some of the characters, like, again, Lucanus, Baby Girl. I like the vibe. I like Hemerick.
So, Professor?
Just Emmerich, please.
You weren't that surprised we need a Fade expert.
The spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade. Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when. I see we've company.
Thanks, Lucanus. Thanks, baby girl. Okay, I do need to heal. Okay, this fight's a little bit more challenging, I guess. Let's go.
End this!
I'm trying, dude. You end it. I literally just spammed the same button over and over again.
Quickly!
I massively prefer... Like, I'm not even trying, guys. I am not even trying right now. I massively prepare. Like I say, I think this is mostly... I think this is mostly dexterity based. And it is good for, like, turn your brain off, press buttons, hit stuff, I don't know. I'm trying, I'm just not targeting the right person. Like...
Watch out!
Snipers!
Thanks, Lucanus.
Take the last blow!
Nicely
More?
done, Henry.
It's over.
yeah, like I say, good for like turn your brain off, hit stuff, if that's what you're looking for. But I prefer the style of Baldur's Gate because you have to think about what you're doing. Like the turn-based tactics, the, you know, different approaches for different fights, and having multiple approaches for each fight is where my heart is at now. It's not a bad game. It's a decent game with bad writing. And that's going to be my review. And it's such a shame because, like I say, you can see where they've put a lot of love into it. Like, the hair dynamics are amazing. The environment, if my graphic cards wasn't freaking out right now, the environment team did a brilliant job. The level design is actually decent. Combat, far too repetitive. For my liking, personally. I just hit the wrong thing completely. And I feel like there's so much potential there. I do wonder if, like, because it would have been developed during lockdown, partially, right? I do wonder if that had some kind of effect on it. You know, maybe it just didn't work out how they were intending. I don't know. I could really do with another potion. I've only got two potions. This might be where I die. This might be where my rook dies, guys.
Of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of looking at getting this health potion right now. So I've got to go around them is what you're telling me. So I don't have to fight them. Cool. Okay.
This is locked too. And I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid.
Is it? Is it who I think it is?
They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Okay. There is one kind of character that I would really love to get on camera before I give up on this game. Sorry, I'm just destroying the place accidentally by jumping on stuff. Okay, where's this first wisp? Where the heck is it? Oh, bugger, I've just triggered something, haven't I? Can I just ignore it? Maybe I can ignore it. Guys, you can deal with those.
Take care for us, Rook. Our ever loyal friends.
Can I pick up multiple wisps at the same time? What's that mirror? Or do I have to, like, get them one at a time? I don't know. Any more? Where are the others? Oh, there's one. Just totally ignoring what's going on back there.
Here's our second wisp.
Calmest spirit I've ever seen.
The peace of the necropolis is a balm to many of its inhabitants.
Must be nice.
I'm casually having this
I've noticed
conversation.
you've company.
Oh dear, okay. Precious decay. Apparently I'm not in combat, so I guess they dealt with that problem for me. Necrotic resistance in this environment does seem like a good idea, so I guess... Oh no, it does say that I'm in combat. Damn it. Oh well. Man. Oh, I think I just triggered some more. Hi, I guess I'm gonna get Lucanus to do that to you, and this guy to do Entangling Spirits. The bell tolls? Totally stole that from D&D. Oh damn, it got me. Stand the burning, as though your life depends on it, because it might just do. Hi! Boop. don't know why that got overwhelmed by me slamming the ground, because it floats. It doesn't make any sense. But it's fine. Let's boot this one. Are we done?
We're in the clear.
Good. Nice.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door.
Okay, I don't even want to investigate the side quest, it's fine. I guess you can purposefully trigger those if you wanted to, like, specifically fight. I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered.
Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop who's ever drawing the...
Ooh, it does less stagger. I like my stagger, man. Does a lot more damage though. I think it's probably worth the switch. There we go.
The spirit's here, Rook.
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh yes. Mortals are their prime attraction.
Mortals are my prime attraction too, but I'll also go for, you know, devils, mind flayers.
Taking fire!
I'm really not that fussy.
A solid blow.
Nice. Look at this, I had that. Again, I'm just spamming the button pretty much. Nice little dodge there, because I'm an expert at this game apparently now. Who's doing that? Would you stop? This guy's like the, what are they called? From Baldur's Gate? No bombing on my watch. Ooh, I'll take that. Mine. Who's firing at me? Hey, you! I'm gonna put a boot to your face. Oh, dead? I think they're dead.
Everyone all
Is
right?
there another one? Ah, that one got me. Rude. Ah, I think I almost triggered one more. Oh, I forgot that I can't swim. I'll just drown then.
Into the fray.
Like, why have they put such deep water there? Fly, go away. I guess I'll go around then? Oh, Lucanus did it by the time I got around it. Okay, fine. I guess we're done then? Really engaging gameplay right now, guys, right? What's that? Is that not a potion? Ultimate full. I don't know what that means. Oh, I forgot that happened. What is happening? What's this thing? Could you not? Did I not even do it? What is it? Other than just annoying. Oh, it's just annoying. Fine. Okay.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier.
Why are they here?
We'll banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place.
Don't know what that means. Yeah. It's probably mainly because I'm so tired today, but really, really struggling to engage. I'm struggling to care. And that makes me feel bad. It gives me an icky feeling about, like... How do I explain it?
Tell me, Rook,
I feel like I'm wasting my
where are
time.
you from?
I grew up in Tevinter.
Our cousins in Magecraft to the north. You must tell me about your journey.
Like, wasting time is not wasted time, but I feel like I'm getting nothing from this, right? Like, I have spent a year playing Baldur's Gate and it's given me so much. Like, I have got so much, like, out of that game. This game makes me literally feel like I'm wasting my time. Because I just can't, for whatever reason, I just can't.
Is once we're above ground.
Care.
Ah, here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook?
Okay. Again, this feels like it's not taking any skill. It's not brain power.
This should unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
Then what?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fae.
Dude, we know...
Malicious spirit?
Unattached ones. Your own companion will be safe.
Ah.
That's convenient, isn't it? It feels like a computer game. It feels like run around, click on this, run around, click on this. It feels like it might be this part where I'm just like running around activating these lamps. Might as well be like a deliver newspapers game, right? It's like run here, click a button, run here, click a button. It feels like a computer game. It's not engaging. And it feels like a chore, right? It doesn't feel like...
Approach the body and we'll begin.
Go here, do that, go here, do that, which is a lot of computer games. But it feels like a go here, do that.
By seal and flame.
Speak with the death
brought
spell.
Despair in our midst.
I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the absolute.
Despair. Who brought it here?
Venatori.
Big shock. Oh, I'm so surprised. Could never have guessed.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Talking to corpses with magic.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh. Think I hear someone.
Babes, I've heard of the speak with the death spell.
We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that hand of glory burns down,
so don't dawdle.
I'm just gonna, you know, again, I am not one of the massive Dragon Age fans, but I was looking forward to this game. I was like, damn, a new Dragon Age game. Oh, that's gonna be so good, man. But I'm curious to know, like, the ratio of, like, people who've played the previous games to the people who are playing this game, and, like, their levels of enjoyment, and whether or not this game met their expectations, because I'm curious to know if, like, the hardcore Dragon Age fans like love this, or if they're disappointed by it. And you keep on hitting him. What do you tell me what to do, right? There we go. I think I press and hold the Y button, I think is what it told me to do. That's what I just did. I think I missed the takedown on it.
Fantastic rope.
Thanks.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
Okay, I'm gonna start because I'm gonna wrap up this video as soon as we complete this mission, and I don't think I'm gonna play it anymore on my channel. So I'm gonna start talking about story spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, probably turn the video off now. But I was right about Lucanus's brother. He's a shifty bugger. Which again, I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna watch my kid play at this point. Yeah, and I didn't see everything, but I saw enough to know that it's not his brother, is it? It's his cousin. His cousin was shifty. He was working with that blood magic woman. The grandmother is alive. Oh, I thought I could get through that one. I guess it's on the other side of the glass. Oh, that puzzle was far too tricky for a small brain person like me. I feel like, and what I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying that, the thing about his brother.
I hear a despair spirit.
Is because the story doesn't have a massive amount of surprises, I feel. Would you not? Yeah, it doesn't have, the story's very predictable. And do you remember what he said? Again, massive story spoiler now. But do you remember what he said right at the beginning where I was like, this would have been a better game if Varys was dead? Like, if Varys had died when Sol stabbed him with that dagger, it would be a better game. And also, like, we love Solus in this household. Like, Solus is baby girl. And the ending's so... I found the ending just really disappointing. And like I say, at that point, I was just like, you know, I want to see what this is all about. I want to see if this is worth my time. And I don't think it is, based on how predictable I think the story is. The absolute lack of player agency. You have a couple of choices, but they're not real choices. It's an illusion of choice, in my opinion. There's no right or wrong choices because it doesn't let you make wrong choices. It just gives you bad choices.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori.
Fresh breadsticks.
This looks interesting.
Does it?
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know they'd learn to make miniature ones in Tevinter.
Oh, hi. What are you doing here?
Hello? Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Oh, I've pressed funny buttons. I've pressed funny buttons. Oh no.
Those Venatori.
Hang on a second, guys. I'm still good. I think I'm still good. Okay, so. Wait, hang on. Is she explaining my question?
Packed that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous.
I know people in Minrathous who would help with that. Just say the word.
Thank you. We'd welcome the assistance. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work.
Creepy, but okay. Two wrongs don't make a right, dude. So, okay, so my question was going to be, like, why is he out here? Like, did he escape? Like, why is he just sat here if he's meant to be a sacrifice, right? He's not chained up. He doesn't look like a sacrifice. I guess it was just kind of like, fend for yourself. I'm sure a monster will eat you if you're out there. And he's just sat there waiting to die. Because NPCs can't move in this game. But I think it's a case of like they kicked him out and they're feeding him to the monsters. But then it's like, oh, the Venatori left him here to die. What are we doing right now? Bye! Good luck! Can't actually help you. It's just ineffective dialogue. Like, what if I didn't care? What if my rook was a dirge, right? What if my rook was like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I care or I don't care. Either way, that guy just gets left there and we don't actually help him. I don't even know his name. Did he tell us his name? No, because he's not there to be an interesting character with his own personal story. His story only exists to make you, the player, feel important. He's not actually there to engage with or add any depth to the story. He's literally a passing entertainment to the greater quest.
The Sunken Star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right.
And I'm complaining about that because, again, it contributes to the feeling of this game being hollow. The game feels hollow to me. Do you know what? Yeah, I do not recommend this game. I'm sorry to anyone who's actually bought it based on... I hope you never buy anything based on my videos, to be honest. I hope you...
There's one chain.
Excellent.
I hope you always buy something because you want to buy it and because you're engaged with it and because it plays to your interest. I am only here really to give you an idea what this game's all about, right? I'm sorry if you can hear banging. I think my neighbours are doing some work again. Let me just quickly check and see if I've got any kind of delivery. It actually was an unexpected parcel. Okay, let's look at the state of me. Like, he must have thought I was absolutely crazy. Like, I'm dressed a bit weird because you can only see my top half on camera, so the bottom half is just like keeping warm. So yeah, I feel like I'm crazy right now. Yeah, and I can hear the neighbours doing building work. Today's going great. Yeah, so I can't like wholeheartedly recommend this game because based on my own personal enjoyment of it, all I can say is that it has some good points and please just kill that guy, thank you. It has some good points. It's not completely unenjoyable, right? As a game where maybe I just kind of like turn my brain off and hit things. And I don't, you know, if I'm not looking for a story that's gonna like have my whole heart and soul, I think honestly, if you're looking for story, don't buy it based on story mode. Because I don't feel like it has a good story. I feel like it's got a very generic story. For a game where you're just like running around hitting things, if you're looking to like blow off some steam, it works for that. If you're looking for like a really good character creator where you feel like the game responds to your your character, like if you're looking to make a unique original character, then you're not going to get that from this. You give your character a name. The game, considering this game has like a whole storyline about misgendering people, the fact that it asks you for your name and then calls you Rook the entire game is a bit contradictory, honestly. As a parent of somebody who is she, her, they, them, and has changed their birth name, or is changing their birth name to a name that they've chosen, like I feel like the game has, what do you call it, where it's like virtue signaling? Is that what they call it? It doesn't believe its own. It feels surface level. It just feels surface level.
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
More Venatori, because there's not a huge amount of diversity of what you're fighting in this game. What am I doing? Oh, I just have to wait for them to appear? Okay.
There's the Venatori.
Come on then. What else? I'm just gonna hit you, mate. Spam the button. Spam that B button. Just hit the B button so many times. Maybe they'll hit you a little bit, but it's probably not a massive problem.
How are we doing, Emery?
Unless you get an enemy that's obnoxiously hard. Again, this, like, you can play as 3 different types of character. Mages are kind of fun, I guess. My kid played as a, I can't remember the different classes, but they played as like a ranger, whereas I'm kind of a bit barbarian-y. They played as more of a, like an archer, or a rogue, I guess. Which I think gives you some interesting attacks, but like I say, you play with the same character and the same dynamic throughout the whole of the game, and you can't switch between them. And I don't think the story gives you enough choice or like, again, character player agency, character customization to warrant playing the game multiple times. Again, this is all just personal opinion. You could have played this game 20 times by now. So, you know, fine. But if this is your current obsession, you know, and you love it, great. I'm glad you found something that you love and that you enjoy and something that engages with you. My opinion is not the only opinion that matters. It's just... Hold fast. One game that I am playing that oh, hello. One game that I am playing right now that I've installed and I got at Christmas for £3, I think it was, is the original Baldur's game. Very different vibe, right? It's a very old game. The style of it is completely different. But I'm vibing with it, man. And I'm going to play it on my channel because I think it's interesting to see how the Baldur's Gate series developed from that to Baldur's Gate 3. I'm sniffling. Excuse me a second. I'm just going to die while I need to sniffle. Cinderella, cut that out. Right, so I need to figure out whatever the vibe is with this guy, I guess. Where's he gone?
Emmerich?
Oh, he's jumping around a bit, isn't he, this dude?
Now, the grand necropolis
Could you stop jumping
shows
around so I can
itself.
kill you, please? Okay, let's go in and do that thing. And that thing. And... Has that got stagger? I'm sorry for that noise in the background. I think I missed him. No, I got him. Someone got him.
It worked.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you. But come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind.
Listen, I am here for Matthew Mercer and Matthew Mercer only. Show me Matthew Mercer. And then I can say that I've done everything important in this game at that point. Hi, let's go, baby girl. Where are we going? What are we doing? Where are you taking me? This thing? You jumped straight over it.
And this is a severed hand.
Is it Gale's?
A hand of glory? The Venet...
A hand of glory. Great name.
Glory should never have this.
Okay, great.
Must find out where it came from.
Gale, it came from Gale. I got a
Let me
hand
know when you'd like to return
of
to the chambers above.
glory. Yeah, let's go, please. Yes, I want to leave. I don't even care if I'm missing
Let's get
loot.
back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
I don't even know why. My engagement level is low today. I can't remember why.
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric.
The blighted elven gods? Elganon and Gillenane?
Disruptions.
At the least, the implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Manfred! Manfred is my kid's favourite character, and therefore by default my favourite character too, and it's voiced by Matthew Mercer, which is crazy to me because Matthew Mercer is known to be... well, he's a DM for Critical Role, and like one of the most famous people. If you're in the world of D&D, like you probably know Matthew Mercer, like hugely influential, very popular, and so good at doing different characters. I'm a shit DM. Like my accent's terrible. Like I'll try and do Welsh and I'll go Indian. Like I'm bad at accents. Yeah, he's great. Like his characters, the way he slips in and out of them, so good. And so yeah, he's also a voice actor. He does Minsk, who we haven't actually met yet. If you're watching my Baldur's Gate series, we haven't met Minsk. But that's something to look forward to. And who else is he? He's in loads of games. He's like Dracula in a Dracula game right at the moment. And yeah, it's like the vampire therapist game. He's like, that's what I'm thinking of. And he's in Dragon Age, and of all the characters that Matthew Mercer could have been. He doesn't really speak that much. Tea? Oh, yes, please. I am British.
No one ever brings me tea after a slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
He's a good boy.
Spoke of danger.
Stop talking. I want to speak to Manfred. Manfred,
The elven
content.
gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
Thanks.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods...
Ancient elven gods.
Ancient
Elganon and
magics.
Gillenane.
I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Thanks. That's why we're here. Like we the player knew this. I feel like a lot of the dialogue is just there. I saw, I can't remember if it was like a blog post or a news article or where I saw this, but it was like, wow, there's so many lines in Dragon Age Veilguard, and I was thinking to myself, yes, but 90% of them are this exact line: the ancient elven gods of Elvenon and Gillenay, or just repeating dialogue like 100 times. And honestly, that's not good for me. I don't always pay attention, but I should pay attention. And if I'm not paying attention, that's my fault. Don't repeat it 100 times. Like, it's not adding anything to the story to repeat the reason why we're here, you know? We know you're qualified. That's why we're here. Promise you'll bring Manfred. It's the only reason I'm still playing this game.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
That's the Matthew Mercer line.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navarra, nothing stays down for long.
Like,
the Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
Like, it sets things up and then it doesn't go anywhere, you know? Like, where's that woman who's like bathing in blood? The hot one. Also, the scenes here are really
What the Venatori
weird.
ultimately intended with their incursions into the necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
See, like, even these scenes, I think, are really weird. So there's a scene that happens in a bit where everybody's sat around, but can you see how Rook's chair is kind of off, separated from everybody else? It's just a really weird dynamic. Like, I get that we're the leader, even though we didn't... Again, there's no player agency. The game makes you the leader, whether you want to be or not. And then the way that it sits you separately from all the companions makes you look isolated, as though you're not part of the group. It doesn't make you look like you're the leader, I don't think. It makes you look like you are being ostracized, or, you know, again, it's just this feeling of like distance between you and the group. It feels very unnatural, like... You know, rather than being a more natural seating arrangement and having everybody move the chairs around and sit where they want, it's kind of like we're in charge. But then, like, Emmerich's the one that sits on that throne chair, and then people stand beside him, and it's really weird because it makes you feel like... Because when Emmerich sits on that big chair and like the other characters are either side of him, it's like when a king sits on a chair and he has his advisors. And so for us to be sat away, it makes it feel like we're the ones under the Inquisition, right? We're the ones being interrogated by the king. We're the one that is being ostracized. So again, it's just a really weird layout that I don't think communicates what they're trying to communicate. Also, Varric's there with his dogs out. And you know how they say that, like, your dreams tell you a lot about you? Again, like, spoiler alert. Why does Varric have his dogs out? Okay, I don't... Let's get through this scene and then I'm going to end this series here. Because it just, again, irritates me to the point where I can't enjoy it. And it's silly, and maybe you guys are like... Maybe you guys are judging me for that. Maybe you guys are like, it's a decent game, let it be what it is, right? But I can't change the way I'm responding to it. And there's so many things that I wish they'd done. And again, I really do wonder whether... So again, looking at Baldur's Gate, which again, Game of the Year, huge amount of love for Baldur's Gate, and it's for a really good reason, because it's an incredible game. It's like it's putting the rest of the gaming industry to shame, and it's not fair to hold every game up against that benchmark, right? Because it's the bar is so high with that game. And maybe you've played Baldur's Gate and you don't like it, which is fine. Like, different games for different people, not everybody likes the same thing. But I would say the player feedback and the reviews and the love that is given to Baldur's Gate is very well deserved. And one thing that they did during the development of that game is that they had like open testing. They still do, right? You can sign up to the patch 8 stress test. They've always been very, very open about what they're doing, and like they encourage player feedback and player like it's a mutual creation process, because they're telling a story. For example, the character of Will in the game, players didn't like the original Will, and he was completely rewritten, more or less. So different voice actor and everything, like Will completely changed from what he originally was based on player feedback. And so I wonder to what extent EA and BioWare and the creators of Dragon Age the Veilguard encouraged critical feedback, and how much they took on board the feedback that they were getting, if they were getting any. Because I think if this had more of a general feedback during the creation process, they would have caught a lot of the problems that the game has. For example, I feel like the NPCs should be more engaging. I feel like everyone's very, very stiff. Everybody stands around like mannequins, right? And you can run into them and they don't react. Like when I was trying to hit Balara, and like she's just standing there, right? So that makes it feel like a computer game, because it's so unrealistic. Everybody would just stand around so stiffly. Even little stupid things, like when we were in the Veil Jumper camp and he had the like the targets, like the target practice, and the mannequins for like you know, like practice, like sword fighting practice, and you can't even hit them. They haven't got a hitbox. Like, it makes it feel cheap. It makes it feel like they've cut corners. It makes it feel like it's not an immersive environment. And then the story is frustrating, the dialogue is frustrating, it's repetitive. The game treats you like you're stupid. The game also preaches to you, like, you know, as though you're a bad person who doesn't understand gender politics. Like, I think, honestly, a lot of the players understand gender politics a lot better than the game does. Like, I've heard that, you know, you have this whole thing about Tash changing her gender to they, them, and then right, like, there's a really important scene right towards like the end, like, or further along in the story, where after having dialogue about how Tash wants to present and wants to be called, she gets misgendered, but it seems like it's because the writers forgot. Like, it's like a whoopsie by the writers, and it's like, how did nobody catch that? And again, that's not something that I saw. It's something that I saw in that review I was mentioning earlier. But again, it just feels like everything is very, very surface level. It feels like everything is very paint by numbers. And so, as a game where, you know, if, say, for example, you've got kids, like, I enjoyed, my eldest enjoyed playing this game. They wanted to complete the game. They were like, Mum, can I play Dragon Age? Mum, can I play Dragon Age? And so I sat here, like, with them, and kind of, we watched, like, the scenes together, we talked about it together. And I think, you know, if you want to play it with people and have discussions around it, we had fun laughing at this game. And again, huge spoilers if you don't know how this game ends. You get decisions where you have to assign companions to go and do different tasks. And it's basically, it's kind of, you know how they're saying about where people sit? It's like, you sit there, you sit there. It's like, you do this task, you do this task. There's, how many companions are there? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 companions and Varric, and you assign 6 tasks. And depending on where you assign those tasks, one person permanently dies, and one person, I warned you that this was going to be spoilers. If you didn't turn off, it's your own fault. One person permanently dies, one person kind of dies and comes back. And my we were joking because we don't like Bellara and Harding that much. I like Bellara's character, I just don't like her in this game. Harding, I think, is a whiny child who makes it all about herself. I dislike Harding's character. Yeah, we were like, okay, like yes, we're gonna, like, give us the chance to kill Harding, yes, we'll do it, because we were like that sick of her at that point. So my kid yesterday replayed the ending to reassign, because originally, like, Davrin got killed and she was like, I'm gonna choose Harding's doing that. We got, like, Harding's the one that's gonna die. So yeah, we purposefully put Bellara and Harding in the line of fire because we just don't like them. Which, I don't know, it's like they're it's horrible. It's a stupid, horrible ending, because, and I'm gonna rant, and I don't like the way the game's written, because, like I say, a big problem for me is that it says it's an RPG, but it doesn't give you any real choices, and it doesn't give you any real player agency, and it even doesn't call you by the name that you give yourself. It calls you Rook. And, like, there's nothing you can, as far as I'm aware, and I could be wrong, do let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, because I want other people to see that I'm wrong. Well, I think you don't get to keep all 6 characters alive. In fact, let me Google it. Let me Google, can you keep all 6 characters alive? Like, you don't have any influence over the story. The same things still happen no matter what you do. And it's just kind of like, what do you like better, Pepsi or Diet Coke? That's the choices that you're given, right? It's like, we can give you some form of Coke, but you can have a different brand on it. It's like, do you want to kill this person, or do you want to kill this person? Do you want to destroy Minrathis, or do you want to destroy Treviso? And it's like, what I want to do is prevent either of those cities from being destroyed. So I want to have more player agency where I can prevent that from happening. Or I want to be able to make decisions that minimize the effect. I want to make decisions that, maybe I want to destroy the whole world. Maybe I'm the bad guy, but it doesn't let you be the bad guy. And that is what is frustrating me about this game. And if you look at my channel, a lot of the games that I really love are things like Detroit Become Human and Baldur's Gate, where the decisions I make have a huge impact on the game. Like, they are huge choice-based games that, like, I can mess things up badly, and, like, Baldur's Gate will let me, Detroit Become Human will let me have a terrible ending. I can mess that game up so badly. But not this game. This game is like, whether you like it or not, you're a good person and you're a hero, and we're gonna kill one person, and you get to pick which person that is. You don't get to save everybody, which, you know, fair, right, fair, but it's just done in a way where I don't feel like it's satisfying as a player of who likes choice-based games. It feels lazy. It feels lazy. EA, I love you. You know I love you, EA. You are the hand that feeds me, but do better. Do better. This is not... I know that with all the resources that EA has, they could do better. And this is hugely disappointing, and it's embarrassing. Sometimes it's, like, embarrassing to be a member of the EA Creator Network when you're like, this feels like they cut corners, because I am like, why do the characters stand, why do the NPCs, why do the characters, why do your actual companions stand around like mannequins? It feels so robotic, and it feels lazy. EA, do better. Learn from this. Don't make the same mistakes again, guys. It's like, have pride, you know? And that's not to say the people who made it didn't have pride in their work, because they probably did. But it feels like a jigsaw puzzle where some people did a great job, like A-star, environment team, gorgeous, you know? script needed revising a few more times. Okay, and it's easy for me to say, I've not made any computer games, right? Who am I to talk? Okay, right, can you save all the companions in Veilguard? No. That's the AI overview, which we can't trust that yet. Can all companions survive in Veilguard? According to Polygon, but sadly not everybody will. You will lose one member of your party as a minimum. So you can lose more. And then Soulless as well. Let's talk about Soulless, because I know from, again, I couldn't really play Inquisition that much at the time and I felt like massive FOMO because everybody was talking about it, and I was like, I want to play that game, but I couldn't afford a decent computer that would run it. And so I missed out on Inquisition, but I remember all the hype about it, and I remember all my friends talking about it, and how much they all kind of were like Soulless, and like when Veilguard, it was like, I hope we see Soulless again, yay, Soulless. And then like you get him and he's an interesting character. I do like how Soulless is written, which, you know, honestly, like that would be a mistake to get that wrong, right? But then at the end, yeah, then you get to the end and it just feels kind of like it doesn't make sense, because again, you want more options and you want more choices and you want to be able to influence him more, and you just kind of, I remember at one point, like, Rook's giving this big speech and she's kind of like, fuck you, Soulless. And me and my kid were like, yeah, but what if we want to join Soulless? What if we want to be on Soulless's team? Like, and you just can't, right? Because you're the goody two-shoes Rook, and you like, and Soulless is the bad guy. And it's like, I don't know. I think the story's kind of predictable, and then when it does try to surprise you, it feels like the game is backstabbing the player in a way that doesn't feel satisfying or warranted, or like, I don't know. I am not going to make it to the end of this game anytime soon. I'm going to leave it here. And my main issue is that it should have been good. It should have been, it's decent, but it should have been better. It should have been amazing. It should have been the game of the year, right? And if it was to be game of the year this year, I don't think it's deserved. I don't. I think they should have done better. I think they've disappointed so many people. Like, I think they have heartbroken so many people who were expecting so much from this game. And they've made weird choices. And I think even, you know, as they were developing it, if they'd have just cast a semi-critical eye over it, you know, and revised it, they could have avoided a lot of the problems that people have, and they didn't. They said, yeah, this is good enough, ship it. And I don't think I would have been proud to have put this out there in the state that it stands at. If I was head of EA and I was like, okay, we're making a Dragon Age game, I would have been shitting myself, because I'd have known how much was riding on it. And the game that I would have made and produced would have looked completely different to what this is. This would not have been what I put on the table at all. So yeah, again, my review is entirely personal, based on my own expectations, having been somebody who always wanted to play Dragon Age but was never able to. Severely disappointed. And as I say, as my final kind of nail in the coffin, if this wasn't Dragon Age Veilguard, if this was presented as, hey, here's this game, it's its own thing with you know, this character that perhaps is like Solus but it's not Solus. You know, if it was in a different packaging, then I think people would have been like, hey, this game's pretty fun, yeah, this is decent. But because it's Dragon Age, they've disappointed, they failed. They did not hit the mark at all. And again, let me know if you have played the previous games. Again, I could be wrong. And, you know, there's no wrong or right opinion. There's just popular opinion and unpopular opinion, right? If you played the previous games, especially like Origin and Inquisition, how do you rate this game? Even if you just want to pop in and say, played it, didn't play it, this is my rating, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Like, I would actually really genuinely love to hear it. And I've seen a little bit, I've seen a couple of people saying, like, you know, I was in tears at the end, you know, heartbroken. You know, I've seen people reacting to the ending. I was like, haha, yeah, finally got rid of Harding. I don't like her. And this is Harding based on this game. I haven't played the previous game. I might go back and play Inquisition and be like, I love Harding in this game. She just annoyed me in this game. She created me. She made me a dirge, honestly. I wasn't a dirge when I started this game. I'm a dirge coming out of this game. Yeah, I like Tash, and I didn't expect to like Tash because I'd seen a lot of controversy around them, and I actually think that I like their dialogue, I like the way they're written, and I know not everybody feels the same. Lucanus is my baby girl. I would go for lavender cream and honey coffee with him anytime. I like Emmerich. I kind of like Varric, but he's a bit like do-goody, right? He's a little bit one-dimensional. Davrin, I don't really have much of an opinion on, but I love the Griffin. We love Manfred in this house. Bellara is from a different game entirely. And that is my review. I'm going, bye.